something that I'll do is I'll agree to something someone says because I don't want to talk to them right now. Have you guys ever done that? Like someone says something to you, they say, hey, I want you to do something for me. Or they say, can you do something for me? Or they say, hey, you want to do this thing? And you say, yeah. But you're not thinking in that moment that you actually want to do it. You're just trying to, maybe you have something else you're trying to do, or you're busy, or a lot of times it's when you're busy, like you're really busy, or you have other stuff planned, or for me, like it's when like something is on the deadline, something like needs to happen right now, or there's something event or some type of thing that you need to be doing right now. I'll say like, yeah. But really, I'm just trying to get you away from me because I'm just trying to get you out of my hair for now because you want to have like a conversation about it, or maybe you just want to talk about it, or whatever have you. I'm just like, okay, I'm doing something right now. I'm busy. So like, just leave me alone. But that was a side tangent, but that's not actually the point of this video. This video is really about, and that does semi-relate, I guess. But the real point of this video that I'm going to try to get onto is we're going to talk about why you need to, right now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, right now, decide. It's related to, it's actually related to a very common thing. And it's, again, relating back to that video where I said, don't choose, let them leave you, that type of thing. And, but this time, don't choose others, is what I'm trying to say, that don't respect you. What I mean is, let's say, for example, there's people who don't respect your time. They don't respect your personhood. They don't respect you, right? For example, right? And you don't know when they're going to respect you. But for me, there's certain people where they don't really care about me. And if you have value in yourself, right, you're going to say to yourself, I don't have time for people who don't care about me. I don't have time for people who waste my time. If someone consistently wastes your time, or they consistently don't care about you, or they consistently leave you unread, ghost you, aren't punctual, there's someone who you say something to, yeah, you want to do this thing on Friday or Saturday? And they say, yes, but they say that on Friday morning. And it's like Friday evening that it's happening. Or like it's 2 hours going to happen. And they say, oh yeah, sure. Or it's like about to happen. They're like, no. Or maybe they say they're going to, and then last second they say no. By the way, I've done this. I've literally done this. This is my video talking about being reliable. I made the video because I did this. I've done it. I've said and done it all. I've said it. And the sad thing is I'm making these videos, this video in particular, also related to the fact around why I made the last video, that's something I'm still learning. Sometimes I make those mistakes even today, right? But the way I learn to not make them myself is I learn to have my own boundaries. I learn to not, to basically see that in other people and be like, yeah, that's a problem. And then I can see it in myself. Once I see it's in someone else, I can start realizing, wait a second, I have that too. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you realize in yourself, oh, I have this problem. And you see it in others. So again, it's not a thing where it's like, oh, you should never make mistakes or never let people make mistakes. Yeah, they make mistakes and all that. But here's the thing. It's as simple as this. Do not be so attached to the idea that others have to like you and appreciate you and respect you, because there's a lot of times where you really feel like you want it, you need it even, and they don't give it to you. They don't give you respect, attention, care, or anything. I've had it so many times, and I keep looking out for maybe they will, but they show it in their actions. These people show it in their actions, how they respond to you. If someone ghosts you when you've maybe told them how you want things to go, maybe you've talked to them often, or them, maybe they're your friend, spouse, whatever it is, them, or maybe just someone you're interested in romantically. But the point is, maybe they know your feelings, right? Or maybe they don't, but the point is, you've given them respect. Whoever it is, could even be family. You've given them respect, and they haven't given you the same back. It's like, sometimes, yes, you have to be, say like omitting things, not lying, but omitting things, or saying something, you could call it white lies, but, saying something, but you don't include all the information or whatever. And that can happen, right? But when you outright are giving something to someone and they say, yeah, I'm gonna do this thing as well, and they lie to you, it's like, oh, what? Like, people will literally say they'll do something and they don't. I said, I do this too. And we all have to realize that when we've done it too. Look at ourselves. I've done it. I'm working on it. But that's the point. I'm working on it. And if right now, while I'm working on it, someone decides that because I'm not like how I need to be right now, that I'm not perfect with it, that they want to associate with me, that's perfectly fine. And I think they should. Because if I'm not reliable, if I'm not trustworthy, if I'm not any of these things right now, why should you trust me right now? Because I might in the future, right? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any logical sense. If I'm not trustworthy right now and reliable right now, why should I expect for you to trust me right now and think that I'm reliable right now? Well, how about you wait until I am that, right? That's how I treat it with other people, right? If I'm not reliable right now, don't trust me. If I am, trust me. And if you don't, that's on you. But others, if they're unreliable, if they're untrustworthy, if there's someone who doesn't care about you, respect you, give them time to get better, yeah, but pull back. or cut them off. Depends. If you know them really well and all the different stuff, it can be a little different, obviously. If you know them really well, then yeah, you can work through with that, and you just need to set your boundaries and back off and all that different stuff. Maybe you have to agree to disagree. Maybe even have to part ways. It depends on the situation, definitely. But overall, you're going to realize your life is much happier when you just start not caring. Like when I reach out to people on, like, for example, Discord, and I want to play games with them, it's just a video game, right? But a lot of the time they don't, like, they show they don't care. You know what I mean? Like they don't respond. They maybe they ghost, or they do something else, or they're online but they're just ignoring me. I don't know what else to say. Like they don't care, and they got so mad. These people will get so mad when you call them out or you make decisions based on it. You're like, oh, you're not gonna even respond to me, okay, bye. And you don't block them, you just remove them, or you stop responding to them. Like you maybe remove them as friend, you stop responding to them, whatever it is, and it's like, wait a second, they really don't care. I'll go into a specific example. There's this person who I was interested in, like, and I've talked about them before, but I don't know if I uploaded a video talking about them yet, right? Or I think I have. Yeah, I did talk about them before and upload a video about that, but I didn't go in depth to like the updates. So this person, again, I'm not going to mention names. They know who they are if they know who they are. But I was talking to them. I let them know that I was interested. But over time, I realized they really didn't care. They have their phone on them, right? Most girls have their phone on them. Most girls have their phone on them. She had her phone on her, 100%. She had her phone, but she wasn't willing to come back to me and text me. Now, if she does care, what's going to happen? If she cares from the time of recording this video in the future from this, if she does care, she will come back and she'll show that she cares. But that doesn't mean that I have to now accept her caring. Let's say she would have come back and say, oh, I'm sorry for doing all that, but I care now. I'll be like, all right, show me you care. That's simple. Don't just trust their word. She didn't care before, right? She showed that because she was ghosting me. She didn't respond to me. And I made my mistakes too in that specific situation because, I was too invested. And it made me say some things that I probably shouldn't have said. Nothing like super negative, more just the opposite of negative. Too sap, too gushy, like a guy who goes up to a girl and he just like continuously apologizes over and over. Like imagine like a Japanese like big apology on his hands and knees. That was me. Basically, it was too much simp. That's really what it was. So I made my mistakes being too much simp, but now I'm done. I'm done being a simp. I'm done with that. So it doesn't matter if it's her or someone else. It could be anyone else. It don't matter. It could be a girl, guy, partner, friend. It could be anybody. The moment you show me you do not care enough to even respond to my message, doesn't mean you have to respond within like hours or even the day of. Just respond. And if it is something like related to like a specific thing that we planned and you don't respond, that's an issue. Then yeah, within hours or within the day, if you don't respond, it's an issue. But if you respond, just a general text, if you respond like relatively quickly, like that's pretty good, bro. But you should always be responding, bro. If people care, they respond. That's it. They respond if they care. It's that simple. But you should be okay with people just choosing not to respond. Just leave them then. Let them do their thing. Let them not care about you. Cool, I'm gone then. No hard feelings. I'm gone. Again, it's not about them always replying. Like, people are busy, right? But it's about what they say and what they really like. For example, let's say you say to someone, hey, let's do this thing. And they don't even respond with a no. It's an issue. Let's say you say, hey, can I talk to you? And they don't even respond. Or let's say you say, hey, here's a topic that I have in mind. And you start it. And they don't even say they don't want to talk about it. It's an issue. Point is, if they say nothing, that's an issue. They could literally, it's so easy to type on your phone, I'm busy. You know how easy that is? Literally just type on your phone real quick. You see the notification, type on it, be like, yeah, I'm busy. And then leave. You're busy. We get it. Cool. You're busy. That's not nice. Yeah, you're busy. All right, cool. Move. They're busy. Cool. They say they're busy and then they move. That's it. Like if you say like, hey, I want to talk at this, or I want to talk about this thing at this time. Let's do this. And they say, yeah, cool. Expect them to. If they say, we'll talk at another date. You didn't specify a date, but you assume that it's probably not going to be too long. Point is, you should really, like, you will weed out the people who do not care at all. Like, absolutely weed them out. And I mean this. You will absolutely weed out the people who do not care when you actually put your foot down. Because you'll see that the people who care will try. They will try. And it's not, again, it's never about like, oh, always saying yes to them. No, it's not even about that. It's not about always saying yes. That's a pushover. It's about learning when to say no and learning to just respond. You can say no. Just actually say something. If you're chilling, like, hey man, we could talk. We could do whatever you want at any time. Cool. Then expect that you can do whatever you want at any time. But if you say, I want to talk right now, bro, they should say no. Or hey girl, can I get your number? If they don't even respond, that's a no. You ask a girl, hey, can I get your snap? Can I get your number? Can I get your Insta? Like, you ask any of those things and they don't even respond to you, it's up. Just leave, bro. Just leave. Just leave. So for me, with this person in this specific example, I was like, by the way, as always, if they're watching this, hey, it is what it is. Hey, if they're watching this, at least that's something. At least they're engaging with me in some type of way. But I would hope that they know that if they don't respond to me, they obviously don't care. It's just that simple. And again, it's never hard feelings. Like, people always think it's hard feelings or a problem or I hate them or all this stuff. It's like, no, I'm just not a pushover. I'm not going to be one. I'm not going to choose to be a pushover. I'm not going to say yes and do things if I'm not going to do them. I'm not going to say no and do things if it actually means yes. I'm going to say what I feel. If I'm chilling, if I'm like, it's whatever, bro, then it's whatever. If I don't really want to talk to you that much, I'm like, man, you can talk to me if you want to. I'm cool. Then that's it. That's how I feel. Just be honest, bro. Like, people, a busy man, a busy, high value man doesn't spend time with people who waste his time. He doesn't. He realizes this person, like in the example with this girl, she does not care. She shows she does not care. Other people, same thing. They show they don't care. That's it. If you have someone in your life who shows they don't care, then they don't care. That's it. You know, I've done that too, right? And I'm sure you have. I've done things where I've decided and shown that I don't care about something. Because you have to show you don't care about something, right? Maybe you don't care about, certain stuff. Like, for example, like with my workplace that I didn't like. I showed I didn't care. And I showed by not appearing to work. That's it. And that's the thing. People show they don't care, but they expect you to keep caring. When they showed they didn't care. It's just like, it's funny. It's comedic. Because you're saying, man, I don't care. But it's like, you expect them to care back. You gotta give it to receive it. You gotta care for others to care. It's just that simple. It never means you gotta always say yes, but like I said, say no, man. But that's what this video is about. I wanted to touch on that because it's been on my mind, it's been on my mind with a lot of different things. You're going to be so much happier when you choose to actually engage with those who care. That's simple. We're always waiting for a response from girls we like, or even men, even friends, it depends on the person. But yeah, like even like family members, whatever it is, like whoever it is in your life. Not everyone deals with every one of these things. For every single one. For some people, it's just the girls in their life, some people's friends. But why do you think you're not friends with everyone, right? Like, why do you think people believe you have a soulmate? Like, why do you think one person is supposed to be for you? Because it doesn't mean this person is. And here's the thing, like I said, with the gals, if they care about you, if they actually like you, that's it, bro. They're not just gonna leave. They're gonna respect you. For example, with this person, if they actually respect me, they're gonna come back and they're gonna show they respect me. But here's the thing, if they come back, who knows if at that point I even still care. Right? They might come back and be like, oh, I'm ready to respect you now. I'm ready to actually give you time and energy, at least a molecule, a molecule of it, because I was giving 0. I'll be like, interesting. There could be 2 reactions. One reaction is I'm like, okay, yeah. You're gonna show real effort. Yeah, I'm gonna show real effort. You're not gonna keep leaving me on red for days? Yeah, I'm not gonna keep leaving you on red for days. Okay, you're actually gonna be honest with me? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're actually gonna try for like a connection and stuff? Yeah, I'm actually gonna try. Okay, let's do it then. Or I'm gonna say, I don't know. Not even I don't know. No, because at the end of the day, you showed before you don't care, and after all that time of you not caring, I stopped caring because you showed you didn't care, and after that I was like, I don't care about people who don't care, like who don't care for me. I don't respect people who don't respect for me. I mean, again, it's not like I'm gonna be like disrespectful to you. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna give you my time, right? I'm just not gonna give you my time. I'm not gonna give my time to you if you're not giving it to me. I'm not gonna talk to you if you're not talking to me. It's just that simple. And if I don't want to talk to you in general, guess what? I'm just not going to talk to you. But that's the thing. People choose not to talk to you, and what do? You chase after them like, oh, you should talk to me now. They showed you they don't want to talk to you. Why are you still trying to? It just makes no sense. You're going against a wall, smashing your head into it repeatedly. It does nothing for you, bro. Please choose to leave this situation. And like I said, with this specific situation for me, it's like, I don't know what I'll decide at that point. If the point ever even comes, right? If it never comes, the person she continues to not even care and not even show any type of care, then it's like, well, she doesn't care then. I showed all the care I could. If she doesn't care, that's it. You move. I mean, plenty of fish in the sea. It's up to her if she wants to keep it going. I mean, that's always how it should be with the partner, bro. If they don't want to keep it going, then they don't want to keep it going. You know what I mean? Just leave them there. They will miss out on you then. That's up to them. They can be mad about it, but I just don't want to be disrespected. That's it. And it's like, if they ever do come back, you get to decide at that moment, do you want to take them or not? Right? Like, I'm just not going to sit here waiting around for you to message me again. And I'm going to look at what you do with yourself, with your time, and how you treat others and how you treat me. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to be like, wait a second, you haven't responded to my message in so long, and every message I say, you take the longest time to respond. You're not that busy, bro. Like, you're not that busy. You know what? You know how fast and quickly I respond to messages? It's called as soon as possible. That's when I respond. As soon as possible. If I went to sleep and I woke up and there's a message there, I respond. right then. And then I go on with my day. It takes like no time to respond. Literally takes like a few seconds. At times it barely takes a minute. Like it's very easy. Like if I'm gonna call you, then I'm gonna set up a time and make sure I'm ready to call. But when I'm done, I'm gonna move. It's called just being. It's just life. Being reliable. It's just like it's not hard to do, but for some it is. For some it is. It's easier for them to be like, hey guys, I'm gonna do something, and then they don't do it. It's easier for them to be like, I'm just not gonna respond to this person. I'm just not going to. I don't want to today. Today I'm not feeling like it. It's easy for them to do that. You know why it's so easy? Because they don't care. And until they show that they actually care, leave them. That's why I chose with this person, right? And I've done with others too. If they genuinely do not care, leave. You need to surround yourself with people who actually care. Stop going towards people who don't care. You will be so much more happy when you're around people who care about you. You're going to be so much more happy because you're going to realize, wait, this person is actually cool. You're not going to waste your time anymore. People who don't care, you're going to realize that when you put your foot down, put your boundaries, like I said in the other video, you actually care to put your boundaries down and let people know what's good. You're gonna realize, wait a second, and when you don't take any BS from nobody too, you're like, I'm not even gonna worry about, like, they're being weirdos, I'm not even gonna worry about that. And you just cut them off people more often. Let's just say that, like, just cut them off more. Not even in a negative, like, oh, I hate you way, and like not even too quick to cut them off, but I mean like genuinely, like, just cut them off. And it doesn't mean you have to fully do it. Depends on who it is, right? If you're very close to the person, you don't have to like fully cut them off. Maybe you just distance yourself from them, right? You know them very well. You're like, oh, I'm gonna distance myself. You know, I said this in the previous video. Maybe you just distance yourself. You know, maybe that's it. Maybe you just set your boundaries and you leave them there. You know what I mean? But if it's someone you barely even know, just move, bruh. It's not like someone who you're obligated. It's not like your child. Like if your child is misbehaving, you're not gonna, like, imagine you have like a little 2-year-old and the 2-year-old is misbehaving. You're like, man, this 2-year-old isn't respecting my boundaries, and they're not even giving me any respect. I'm gonna cut them off and send them to the adoption center. Like, no. You're responsible for the child, okay? You just stop. That's too much, bro. But if it's like some like friend or something, or some like other like a potential partner or someone you're just seeing or something, like you're not obligated to hang out with them, bro. Like you're not obligated to give them any of your time, bro. Like, I don't know what else to say. But because I don't know what else to say, I'm going to end this video. And if you liked it, leave a like. Just like if you didn't like it. Comment down below what you think. And I hope to see you in the next video after you subscribe as well. Because you're going to hopefully subscribe if you want to watch more videos. Videos coming out pretty often. And with that being said, there's probably a video on the screen. In fact, there is a video on the screen that you most likely will enjoy. At least YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy it. So go ahead and watch that.